Okay, so we learned how to make a class. Now we're going to learn how to do an assignment. So click on the class that you want the assignment. You should be in the stream part, and down here there's a plus sign right here, and if you notice I scroll over the plus sign and you can have reuse post, create question, create assignment, or create announcement. Most often I use create assignment because it gives you more uh, attributes, more things that you can do with it. So I'm going to click on create assignment. You have your which block it's going to. Now if you have multiple blocks, you can click on this and click on any class. So if you wanted to go to multiple classes, it can go in there. Make sure that you think about this before you don't click on a class, because once you have chosen what you're going to do, it's really hard to go back and add it to another class. You can, but it's hard to do it. So think about, okay, do I want it to multiple classes or don't I? In this case, I'm just going to have it go to Earth Science Block 1A. Do you want it to go to all students, or if I had a class, you could pick individual students that you want it to go to. And again, with the title, I would try to be specific. If it's about the ocean floor assignment, then make sure it's fairly specific of what it is. It could be, if you have it for different blocks, it would be block 1A. The instructions is up to you. Again, it's the more detailed the better. Or if you have it when you attach something, that's what your instructions are. You can just say see the instructions. Attached. And then you do a due date. Now, if you don't do a due date, it's not going to appear on the calendar. If you do a due date, it'll appear on the student's calendar, letting them know you have a certain assignment due in a certain amount of time. So I would most often, unless it's kind of an open assignment that's going to be for a long period, I would go ahead and make sure that you have a day and time, or at least a date that it's due. In this case, I'm just going to put at the end of the week, February 24th. That's going to be there. Topic is if you want on the side, they'll be able to do a search of what it's about. So in this case, I am going to create a topic. You don't have to do this. I used to not do this, but I found out that it's very handy for us to find things. So I'm going to do ocean floor. And then you can attach anything. You can make an attachment. You can go from your Google Drive. You can put a YouTube video. You can a link you can put in here, and it all shows a little snippet of what that would look like. So that's kind of cool. In this case, I'll just go to my Google Drive and I'll find something to add. Let's just add this Google slide. So I'm going to double click on it and it gives a little preview. There it is. Then look at this part, because this is very important. Now, you have the option students can just view the file, students can edit the file, and you make a copy for each student. So it depends on what you want to do. If it's just something they need to look at, you would say students can just view the file. If you want them to work in groups, say you assign it to 5 different students and you want them all to work on one form, you can have them edit it. But most often what I do is I make a copy for each student, and that way if they edit it and submit it, it will go into the file folder that I'll show you in a little bit again, and you have a copy of each student's work after that. Okay, so once you've filled in all of this, you've attached everything you need to, and you can always go back, so don't worry about that. Then you go and you assign it. Okay. So once that gets assigned, you notice right in their stream, it goes from here. So you got to be careful about the stream. Again, like the other parts, you can't put it in alphabetical order or whatever. So the last one that you put in here will be the first one that shows up at the top. You can click on this and reorder it, move to the top, but that often becomes difficult. Now what I do want you to notice is with this topic, over here to the side, you only have one thing here, but if the student was looking for something, instead of scrolling through every assignment they have here, they could look to the side here, and if they clicked on that, then that would come specifically to this assignment. So adding a topic is often a good thing. And you can always delete this with the 3 little dots. You can say delete if you don't want that topic there. So here's your first assignment. Now, because we gave a copy to each student, if this was something that they opened, they filled out, and they submitted, remember, if you go to students, it will go in, sorry, if you go to about, it will go in this Earth Science Block 1 folder for each assignment. So inside this Earth Science Block 1, you notice now, and do not delete this template one, that needs to be there. But inside of the Earth Science Block 1, there's a new folder that says Ocean Floor Assignments Block 1. So this is where you're going to find the work for your students in this folder. If you created another assignment that said igneous rocks or geology, there would be another folder that says geology, and all that work would go in there. So Google does a great job of organizing things like this. And again, do not delete this template here, just leave that there. That's for organization parts that they need. Okay. Going back to this, again, looking in your stream, this has it here. Your students will be able to see that there is, in their stream, they will see that there's an assignment due on that date. Okay, so that's how you put in an assignment, or create an announcement, create a question, or reuse a post. You do it basically the same way.